got a question for you. Can you tell that one of my eyeshadows is $25 and the other one is just $8? Well, if you can't, then what are we spending all that extra money for? In today's Friday Face-Off, I am comparing the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes, $25, up against the new e.l.f. cream eyeshadows, and we're going through application, and because it's Friday Face-Off, oh, you know we gotta do an 8-hour wear test. Well, I'm gonna walk you through all of it, we're gonna apply it, and at the end, we'll see how well they hold up. Is the drugstore just as good as the Makeup by Mario? I don't know yet. Let's find out together. If we haven't met before, hi, I'm Jody. I'm 55. Think of me as your midlife beauty bestie, and today, it's Friday Face-Off time. All right, so it is, it's March, so it should be springtime, but no, it is snowing here in Washington State as I'm filming this today, so we're still breaking out the winter wear. We're still breaking out the winter weather wear. Yes, that's the tongue twister for the day. So let's get into these eyeshadows because that should go a lot more smoothly than me trying to talk about my fashion shirt. Okay, today we are testing the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes, $25, against the e.l.f. cream eyeshadows, $8. And you know, not only are we gonna apply these, we're doing an 8-hour wear test because we need to know exactly how long they hold up. Now I know these hold up well because, well, I wear them. I've worn them since they came out. Today I have them in mauve and chestnut. In fact, let's put on the mauve. I think that's the one we're gonna wear today. So this is mauve. These do dry down to a semi-matte. That's mauve. And this is pink chiffon from e.l.f. They're pretty close. This pink chiffon is a little bit more pink. And let's just try the two other shades. I also have chestnut in Makeup by Mario. It's more of a brown, obviously, chestnut. And this is beige and bougie. Now what I'm wanting to share with you guys today is not necessarily that it's an exact color match. It's really for me more about ensuring that the formula is similar or maybe not similar. This isn't a dupe video. I mean, maybe we'll find out that this is a good dupe for the Makeup by Mario. I don't know. We might find out that this actually lasts just as well or longer than the Makeup by Mario. So we don't know what the outcome is gonna be. We'll know at the end of an 8-hour wear test. But again, I'm not doing this to give you an idea of the exact shade. It's more about the formula and the long wear of the formula on our more mature eyes. Having said that, what I have on my eyelids right now is just a little bit of concealer on top of some moisturizer because I wanted to neutralize my eyelids. I carry a little bit of purpleness and you want to neutralize your eyelids so that you have a blank canvas so that when you apply the shadow, you get the color payout that you're hoping for. Now, when it comes to these Master Mattes, you guys, they are so easy to work for, which is one of the reasons that I have loved them. They're small, they're compact, they're very easy to apply. You just go right from that doe foot applicator onto your lid. And I'm just gonna go over my whole lid. And then I like to take a small fluffy brush. This is the Nikki LaRose S in 20, which is this is the in 20, this is the S 20. It's just a small version. This is perfect for creamy eyeshadows like this. These diffuse out so softly that you don't have to be a professional makeup artist to use these Master Mattes Makeup by Mario. They're just the way they blend and soften as you pull it out or diffuse. Wherever you put the shadow, as you blur it out, it diffuses so softly that it looks as though you've spent more time blending than perhaps you have or even want to. So I just have loved these because it's a one and done. It is eyeshadow, one coat, and then some mascara. You can always throw on some eyeliner if you want, but I'm not gonna do that today because I really want you to be able to see how long and how well these wear. Looking at these swatches, I use the mauve in Makeup by Mario. I'm gonna use the beige and bougie because I feel like it's just a little bit better color match. Same thing, doe foot applicator. We're just gonna go right on the lid. Oh, these are creamy too. Okay, let's see how well they blend out. Nice color payout. I can't wink that eye, you guys, so let me just hold it so you can see. Good color payout. Let's see how well it blends. I'm so bad with this eye. I can wink on my other eye. Can you guys wink with both eyes? I feel like most people can. I cannot. I can wink with that eye, but this other eye, I have not mastered it. And I've tried for 55 years. And yeah, clearly I'm not that talented. Very similar in the texture. It smooths out creamy. It's not settling into fine lines and wrinkles. You do get a good color payout, so you can see the color of the shadow. It's diffusing nicely as well as I'm pulling that shadow up above my crease. So yeah, I mean, I think it is a little bit of a lighter shade, so don't judge the color payout between the two because it is a lighter shadow. You can see up close how nicely it covers the lid and that I do have a color there. And now it is a lighter color in the tube, and that's very similar to what I'm getting on my eye. Now I could put a second coat of this eyeshadow on so that I'm closer to this shade, but again, I'm not as concerned about the shade. I'm more concerned with the formulas and how they wear. So I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna finish my makeup because we can't just leave it like this. So we're going to go in with a smaller brush. I'm gonna go back into that Makeup by Mario. And this time I'm going to put this cream eyeshadow with a little tiny pencil brush. This is the Nikki LaRose in 21. My eyes are getting worse and worse. There will be a day I won't be able to do that anymore. It's coming fast. And I'm going to just use that as an eyeliner underneath my eye. I'm going to go in with Chestnut, I think, because I want a darker color on the bottom of the lids. So we're going to go in with Chestnut instead and put that so it shows up a little. Oh yeah, that shows up better. What I like about these Makeup by Mario formulas is they are so smooth and creamy that if you've got wrinkles or divots, I like to call them, underneath your eyes, very similar to when you're putting on a cream lipstick. You know how a cream lipstick just sort of glides over all those wrinkles and it fills them in a little bit, and then you've tried some formulas that are a little harder and they don't fill in those lines, and you go to smile and you've got gaps in your makeup. That's one of the things I look for in a cream eyeshadow, and these are so smooth and creamy, and I do have quite a few wrinkles underneath my eyes, and this formula just glides right on. And these formulas don't dry instantly, so you have time to go back and maneuver, manipulate, put it wherever you want it. Now, because the e.l.f. is a lighter shade, it may not show up as well underneath my eye, but I still want to use it so you can see how creamy these formulas are and how you can create a very simple spring look just by using two products, an eyeshadow and a mascara. Another cream eyeshadow that I really like are the stick eyeshadows from Jane Iredale. I've got one right here. I like these because they're that stick foundation, and even though they go on with a stick, they are creamy enough to go over the wrinkles like I just talked about. Super easy to create fun looks with this. This one is Prima. It's one of my favorite for going just inside this inner corner and just to brighten up that area a little bit. Okay, Jody, stick to what we're doing here today. Okay, so it's not gonna show up as well. Let's add the pink one because then you can see that they're buildable. And I think you'll get a little better feel for how it wears. Now, all of these formulas do dry down to a matte, but not a lipstick matte. You know what I mean? For our more mature skin, some reason matte on the lips is not flattering, at least that's my opinion. But matte on the eyes can be flattering as long as you fill it into all of those little areas. Okay, so this pink shade is a little bit darker so that you'll be able to see it a little better. I'm just gonna be editing today, so no need to have two eyes that look exactly the same when we're testing formulas. But I just wanna see how these hold up. All right, so now we need to add a little bit of mascara. Quick update, you guys, for you, and I'll do this periodically from a Friday face-off that I've done in the past. If I continue to wear something and I have not a different opinion, but additional information that you gain from wearing something for a long time. That is the case with the mascara. This is the Maybelline Lash Sensation Body. I reviewed it up against the Curl Goddess from Lancome. Both offer long wear and long hold of your curl. And they do both do that. What I will say is after wearing this one for quite a while, for the last maybe 3 weeks, I felt like my lashes felt more dry. And I wash my face with coconut oil every day, so I'm constantly adding really nice hydration to my lashes. So they shouldn't feel dry. This is still a good mascara, but if you have it and you have a lash primer, specifically a conditioning lash primer, I would encourage you to wear that under it and then apply this. If you aren't sure what mascara to get and you don't have a primer already, I would go with the Lash Goddess because it just felt more, is hydrating the word? They didn't feel stiff and they didn't feel dry after wearing this mascara for a week. So it's still a good one. I've learned that I think you just need a hydrating primer if you have more mature skin. And by that, I just mean if you tend to be more dry. All right, so we're just gonna add a little bit of mascara so that we get a good look at the finished product. And then we will go on about our day and I will come back and check in with you guys. So here's what both of these cream eyeshadows look like after application. Creamy, blendable. They don't accentuate the wrinkles on my eyelids, neither one of them do. And really pretty color payout. Again, the Makeup by Mario has a slight advantage only because the shade's a little bit darker so you can see it better. But so don't focus on that. Let's just focus on the blendability of these eyeshadows, how diffused they look as you go out around the crease, and then let's see how long they wear. Okay, you guys, do we have a dupe? Do we have a dupe? Do we have a dupe? Well, clearly I need some new glasses because I have a bridge on my nose where I've been editing most of the day. Okay, so here's the question. Are one of these eyeshadows better than the other? Here's what I would say after wearing them both for 8 hours. And well, let's pause for a second. So let's go back to this little art project we had going on 8.5 hours ago. It's been such a long day. That's why I don't film at the end of my day unless it's Friday face off. Okay, these have been on 8.5 hours, you guys. I didn't fold laundry, and that was the one thing I was thinking about, having something rub up against this. I did make lunch and I did make dinner. So the fact that these are still on, I did not wash the dishes though, because I did not want to see what water would do with these. That being said, this hand had normal wear and tear throughout the day. And look at those eyeshadows. They're still on, whether you pay $8 or $25. So do I think that one of these is better than the other? Here's what I would say. I don't think the e.l.f. is any better than the Makeup by Mario, but I do think it is just as good as. That's what I think here. So the Makeup by Mario does come in 10 shades, so you get a little bit more variety. Am I pointing the right side? No. Yes, the darker side. The Makeup by Mario does come in 10 shades. The e.l.f. currently comes in at 5, I think. I'll link them right here so you can see. So do we have a winner? Well, the $8 e.l.f. is every bit as good as the Makeup by Mario 8.5 hours later on our more mature skin. There you go. We may not have a winner, but we definitely have a new dupe. Oh my gosh, you guys, I have so much fun with these Friday face-offs. Be sure to, there's stuff flying everywhere. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the upcoming Friday face-offs. And I know you guys like a good dupe, so Sunday's video, it's all of my favorite dupes. And yeah, I guess we just added 2 more to the list. I'll see you in just a couple days. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.